Guys, after coming back from dating December to the UK for the past week, I've decided I'm fully relocating back to Nigeria. And I thought to myself, like, there's nothing left here. It's -4 degrees today. I'm cold. And it's like, the UK doesn't deserve me no more. Like, when I'm out in Nigeria, I get treated like a king. The love out there is so different. Like, this country here doesn't love you. And I always think to myself, like, why do people in Nigeria want to come to the UK? They want to get their visa and come to the UK. But all you people that want to do that, there's nothing here. You'll be so disappointed when you come to UK and find out that this is it. Like, this is actually all there is in the UK. Just cold weathers and people that don't actually love you here. Like, the place to actually be is in the motherland, in Nigeria. And that's why I've decided I'm going to actually take my initiative, take the risk, and I'm actually going to come back to Niger. Because, guys, that is where everything's at. Nigeria is a gold mine. Like, I'm actually going to start a life out there, you know, got family, and, you know, create everything I've always dreamt of. And since the minute I left Nigeria, I've not been the same person. You've not seen a smile on my face. And honestly speaking, guys, I've just been reliving every single day I've had in Nigeria. Every single memory I created with all the people out there. And I've just been thinking to myself, like, it's time. It's honestly time to book that ticket and go live back home where I belong. So all you guys that think UK is the place to be, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. And the place to be is back home.
This is Chibike Obonna. I'm in Nigeria now. I really love my stay in Nigeria since I entered on the 1st of January 2025. My stay in Nigeria has been amazing. I went to Enugu, see my papa, see my friends, Igbo friends, enjoy the village, drinking a cold chop and wine, bush meat, pepper soup, ensala, Igbo main dishes like opa. I love it. Nigeria is so sweet, but I'm going back very soon. I'm missing Nigeria already. Hey, what God cannot do does not exist.
I'm moving back to Nigeria after I graduate. Let's talk about it. So people ask me the difference between America work life and Nigeria work life. So let me give you an example of American work life. My friend works in big law in America, and he texted us one day and said that he did his first 17 billable hours, meaning he started work at 7 a.m. When 17 hours was up, that was like his 17 hours, and he only got up to eat cold dinner. That was literally the only break he had, which was 30 minutes. And then he talked about how nervous he was to put in a PTO request to go to Nigeria for a week in December because he wanted to go home and visit home. And he's not sure if they will accept his PTO request or if it's work appropriate to basically put in a request to take off for a week in December to go back to Lagos for just a week. And then I'm like, you just did 17 billable hours and the only thing you ate was cold dinner, and you're telling me you're worried if they're gonna let you take a week off to go to Nigeria to see your family? That is crazy. And it's crazy how America normalizes working 17 hours straight. And I don't want that lifestyle. And yes, I understand he works in big law. Yes, I understand that is what comes with working with big law. But why? Like, why is that okay and why is that acceptable? And as a woman, you literally have to kind of plan trying to get pregnant or live a lifestyle, and most women that work in the work life in America literally don't get to see their child a lot. Like, you're worried if you're gonna be fired because you're a mom now, if you're gonna be fired because you just got pregnant. Like, there's so much you have to worry about as a woman working in the American corporate life. And not even just that, I miss home. I was born and raised in Nigeria. I miss speaking my language. I miss being around my people. I miss Nigeria. And I feel like I want to be able to go home and obviously bring my knowledge that I learned in America, a well-developed country, and bring it back home to Nigeria where it could be useful somewhere. And yes, I'm well aware that everyone's lifestyle in Nigeria is different. I did not think I needed to state the obvious of the obvious. Like, people keep saying, well, everyone's like no shit, Sherlock, that's all over the world. That's literally all over the world. Everyone's life is completely different. And yes, I am going home with connection actions. It's well calculated. I am not going there off a whim with nothing but my luggage. Okay?
I was in my friend's house the other day, and her child is going very soon into secondary school. And I was like, have you started looking at schools? And she said, no. I was like, okay, why? She said, Choma, I'm tired. Choma, I've been in this country for 20 years because she came really early. And I can't do it anymore. Choma, I'm tired. I'm like, why are you saying this? Is Choma, I went to Nigeria and I spent 2 weeks. And that was the best 2 weeks of my life. I didn't need to wake up early to stress for the children. I had help. How much am I paying the help now? I had 2 of them, 100K each. I had a driver. I had someone go to market, come back, cook for me. I went out, I enjoyed myself with friends, I came back. I was happy. I'm not driving, I'm not scared. Oh, am I getting a ticket for parking? When I park my car, I'm looking around, have I parked well? You know, is there somebody come and stamp something? I'm not scared of letters. Whenever I see letters in my house, my heart go boom. What letter is this? What have I done? The trauma, I was at peace. And I felt it in my soul. I felt it badly. I know that I don't talk on this, but I think I mentioned it a few times before. The decision to move abroad was not my decision. It almost caused my marriage to end back then. I was in a bad place. I was depressed because I wasn't suffering in Nigeria. When I say people want to say, I cannot lie. I was an insurance broker for oil companies. You know what that one mean? My commission alone, every deal I made, I wasn't suffering. But the head of the home decided that pack and go and stay in the UK, and I wanted to raise the children in the UK. It put a strain on my marriage. I'm not gonna lie, because I suffered. I see where landed in a country. I didn't know my left from my right. I was pregnant and I had a 1-year-old. When I gave birth, my 1-year-old was about 1 year and 2 months and I had a baby. So I had 2 babies. I wasn't driving. All my GP appointments, now so I go carry baby, 2 babies. And if you stay in Kent, you know those hilly places, I go to do push chair. Push my big tummy. The very first house I got, because I came on a visiting visa before I switched. And how I switched is another story on its own. My kids are British, so it was easy for me. I'm not gonna lie. But that space of 2 to 3 months that my application was in the home office, I suffered. Because landlord no go rent you better house. So the house I was able to get from a friend, heating was bad. I would start shivering with Ariella. I don't like talking about when I came to the UK because it brings tears to my eyes. But I suffered.
I don't know if I'm the only one on this table. These are my international passport. Every year they do passport for this country. Now this one chop denial for Australia embassy. This one chop denial for American embassy. I don't do new one now. Now, person go do international passport for Nigeria, 64 pages. What I do now, only 4 I use. See, Ghana Cotonou, Ghana Cotonou, Ghana Cotonou. See the immigration officers for Ghana, then they stamp and like say, they know I don't get hope to take travel come up for Africa again. Please, immigration officers or immigration office, are we Nigerians doing international passports just to use it to open bank accounts or for means of identification? Because we go do international passport, you go do your hand expire, you go do another one, you know, go use and travel go anywhere. If you go Ikoyi now, people go plenty for there. It's all of them they use and travel. Most of them they do international passport just to use and go open bank accounts. Please, this year I don't do new one now. I'm going to use this one travel. I bet it course. If na course, you know, affect me this year in Jesus' name. Because this country now every year they do pass.